Hey you, so on this video, how I would buy gold and silver right now, I'm going to be going over just that. So if you like what you hear / see and you haven't done so, please go ahead and like and subscribe. So as is, this would be going over how I would purchase gold and silver right now if I was purchasing right now, exactly what I'd be looking at and exactly what I'd purchase. So it's going to be my own opinions and choices right here, but I'd love to know your opinions. If you're purchasing right now, let me know down below in the comments what you're purchasing and why you're purchasing. I'll give over why I'd be looking at these choices I'm going to be giving, and it's all basically going to be relating to price wise. We all know currently, time of release of this video, prices are somewhere up there, and the premiums on silver especially are a little insane. So if I had to be purchasing right now, would be purchasing right now, just through breezing through a couple of sites, I know, and I'll give exactly what I'll be looking at. So first off, I'd give silver as to, if I was purchasing silver right now, what exactly I would be looking at and why. So starting from the top up, I would say if I was going to be looking at silver, and I definitely wanted to, and taking high premiums into account also, I think could be somewhat of a play, because you're going to be paying high premiums for standard, government, and even generic. I think there should be another play where you can, add a bit of flavor to your purchase. So looking at that, I would say the 2 ounce would be an option for me. Why? Because I think right now 2 ounces are on fire purely because of the coin that I'm holding. That's going to be one of the Queen's Beast coins. So looking at the Queen's Beast coin, there's a lot of 2 ounce coins that are currently out. And you could easily, I dismiss a lot of them. There's a lot I don't believe are going to have to stay in power. But if you was to say roll out the top 10 or the top 5 2 ounce silver coins that are out right now, easily just going to sit at the top of the pile is going to be the Queen's Beast coin, and that's why I'm going to be picking this coin. Not to forget, this is a governmented coin. This in the BU form is an unlimited mintage coin. So I've been asked, some people are trying to find some of the current ones and, asking about my opinions on them and should they be paying larger premiums on them. And I would say if there's going to be a coin I would pay a premium for, it'd definitely be one of the silver 2 ounce Queen's Beast coins. I think in later days, especially not to forget, if you're taking all of the 2 ounces into account, there's going to be a coin that an online dealer will pay you a premium for. Now, all LCSs, your local coin stores are different. You can walk in to your local coin store with this coin right here that carries a premium, and he's going to give you spot, ×2. So, but an online dealer, obviously, because they're going to have a great audience, better spread, maybe offer better buybacks, your coin store can just be like, hey, 10 a penny. So it's not going to really make a difference. Whereas I believe with an online dealer, you're going to get better buyback prices. We'll look at, not taking into account all of the 2 ounces and be like, the Queen's Beast are popular. Now, maybe not so later. We'll have to see. Time will tell. But I think purchasing one of the 2 ounce Queen's Beast coins, which one, any you can find for the cheapest right now, especially if you're paying premiums for standard governmented coins. So I'd say definitely look for whichever it may be. I believe it's the, if not mistaken, the horse right now, but a lot of people have mentioned they can't find it. Who knows what's going on there? But I'd definitely be looking at if 2 ounce and silver. I'd be looking to purchase some of those right now and put my money into the newest one. Obviously knowing that, if you can find one of the older ones at the same price or cheaper prices, snap them up. And that's exactly the journey that I'd be on. I mean, I browsed 3 stores and was able to find them relatively low. Some stores were taking the mix, some wasn't. So I'd definitely be looking at these coins right here, the 2 ounce Queen's Beast coins. So next would be your standard 1 ounce coins. Of course, the standard and the basic generic option that I'd give is go for your governmented bullion coins. Top 3 going to be your Canadian Maples, your Silver Britannias, and your Silver American Silver Eagles. So your Silver Eagles. But right now, whilst browsing as mentioned, I wouldn't pick one of those because, funnily enough, I was able to find coins that have a good worldwide buyback and I think would do better because they had a bit more of a twist. So the first ones I would say, even though I don't have a representation here, but I do in gold, would be the silver kangaroos. A couple of stores I was able to browse, they was at the same price of The standard governmented, and I'd say the only ones that rivaled them were the Philharmonics and the Noah's Ark coins. But I believe the Perth Mint Roos have that little edge ahead because Perth Mint is a massive mint worldwide. And I think the Roos topple ahead of the Philharmonics and the Noah's Ark coins. Not saying they're bad, they are worldwide known. But I think the Roos edge that little forward ahead. So I personally found them for cheaper or cheap as than the coins I just mentioned, especially when I was looking at Britannias and Maples and Eagles, and I'll go over why I believe that's the case. So that would be my next choice if I was purchasing silver right now. So for a 2 ounce, I'll be looking at the Queen's Beast coin, and for a 1 ounce, funnily enough, I'd look at the silver Perth Mint standard generic kangaroo coins. And so my next choice from there, which is another surprising choice, which I don't own none of, would be the silver Krugerrand coins. You may see a trend with the Krugerrands because, once again, I was able to find them at one store cheaper than governmented bullion, and that was the Silver Britannias in my case. I think since the whole fiasco of the anniversaries and charging, way throughout the roof for the 1 million mintage, they seem to have fallen back to their roots. Gradually but slowly, with a lot of the newer ones, the 2018, 19 and 2020. And the silver Krugerrands now seem to be somewhat handsomely priced. And it's where everybody wanted them. And I think as more time goes by, soon they'll be known as generic standard silver coin. But I'm currently seeing that's the case. The good thing with these is that they haven't been out for so long, so dealers either love them or hate them. But I think they hold a good place right now, silver Krugerrands. Because the gold has done a lot of the legwork and getting them, worldwide recognition. I think right now owning silver ones can't go bad for you, especially the newer ones, because you can get them at a fantastic price. So that was another silver coin I was able to find, if not cheaper, the same price than governmented right now. If I'm going to be paying a small bit of a premium, I know dealers will look at both those coins and maybe even the Krugs with a bit more interest, and maybe, you never know, even buying now could buy back at more of a premium. I've seen dealers in the UK offering a premium for the silver Krug, so I found that interesting. But those were the two that caught my eye instead of paying, and those two there, I was able to find the standard government, the top three as mentioned, going for more than the two coins I just mentioned. So if I was going to be buying silver right now, those would be my picks. I'd look for 2 ounce coins because they're in right now purely because of the Queen's Beast. I believe many other 2 ounce coins out there, many people praise them. I personally don't think they have staying power, and I don't think that they're going to be able to see, especially the kind of recognition that the Queen's Beast are getting. So I'd be looking at, Queen's Beast 2 ounce coins. Any you can find for the cheapest, look, that's the key here. And that's what I done. I was able to find them semi-decent prices. Next would be the 1 ounce Perth Kangaroos. If I was purchasing right now, time of release of this video, current times, I was able to find very handsome premiums there. And then next would be the silver Krugerrand coins. I believe they was 2020, going for very handsome prices. So that would be the silver I'll be picking up right now, outside of standard government bullion, governmented bullion that I see going for quite a premium right now. Once again, I'll touch upon that in a moment. So next would be, if I was buying gold right now, what would I be looking at? So I'm going to do this on the top 3 sizes that I mentioned in one of my recent videos. Once again, let me know your choices in silver, what you're picking up, what you've seen going for nice premiums. If you was paying, we all know we're paying larger premiums right now. So I'm going to be going over my 3 sizes that I would personally be picking up and looking at right now. And that would be the 1/10 ounce gold, 1/4 ounce gold and 1 ounce gold. Let me know your size. By no means am I saying rule out every other size, but it'd just be what I would personally be looking at. So let me know what you would be personally looking at. So if I was going to be looking at 1/10 ounce gold coins right now, what I would be looking at, once again, you're seeing what the trend is, the 1/10 ounce gold Krugerrand coins. Another coin that I saw going for handsome premiums right now, and the best bang for your buck. When we're looking at gold also, not to forget, you're paying lower premiums than silver, much lower premiums. So you could technically say you're getting a lot more bang for your buck because you're purchasing at a bit more feasible and reasonable. And if you was to sell, you're not going to be taking so much of a loss. We all know you're supposed to hold forever, but if the unforeseeable was to happen, you're definitely not going to be taking a hit because you're paying a lot closer to spot price when you're looking at gold, which is one of the many benefits there. So if I was looking at one of my sizes, the top 3 sizes I'd be looking at purchasing right now, it's going to be a 1/10 ounce Krugerrand coin, purely because the premiums on those seem to be very handsome right now, and you know, it's just one of the best picks that are out there. So the next choice that I saw that I would definitely look at also would be the Perth Mint Lunar. Now, very interesting. I think a lot of dealers, or some dealers, are just taking advantage of its previous, hype. Not saying it's died down, but I don't think some of the premiums that they're adding on are justifiable. But I know in Germany they do fantastic, so you know, I can't really say a lot there. But the Perth Mint in gold has always been very handsome when it comes to premiums. You know, they haven't really been out there. Highly recognizable coin worldwide. I think if you was to sell back, you could easily get the premiums back depending on whether we saw a high or a low. So a 1/10 ounce in Perth Mint Lunar, once again, anyone you can find for the cheapest price. You're getting the most bang for your buck at such high times when we're talking, and hard times. You know, some people have still mentioned some dealers can't get a lot of the metals in. So, you know, I'd be looking at the Perth Mint Lunar coin right there. Anyone you can find for the best price. I did see a few that I thought were handsomely priced. And the next option for me would be the Perth Mint Kangaroo coin. Once again, the Perth Mint Roo coin in 1/10 ounce. They do these, you know, I think they bring them a special design every now and then. So I'll definitely be looking at those for 1/10. My reasons why, once again, whilst looking, I think I saw the best premiums there, and touching upon why the government wouldn't be best options. Not saying that they ain't, but funnily enough, because they're so popular, I think dealers are selling out of them a lot sooner now, whether it's the Maple Leaf or the American Gold Eagle, and the same for the 1/10 ounce Britannia coins. So their premiums seem to be higher on them, funnily enough. So you're able to now pick up these choices I just said for actually a little cheaper or at the exact same price. So I think right now, these seem to be good options. They're highly recognizable coins. There's going to be many fractionals or many other choices you can come across that may be best. You know, many people have said gold is gold. I don't believe that's the case. Believe you me, you know, gold definitely isn't gold. Yes, the metal is the same, but when you're selling to a dealer, they need to know they can get it off the shelves. You need to take that into account. So they may buy it off you at scrap or whatever, but don't believe, you know, gold is gold, especially when you want to pick a coin, especially if you're getting into the collector, you know, and think you want to find the cheapest. You want to find the best cheapest. For me, government is always going to be the best cheapest. You could easily call the Krugs a governmented coin, but it's highly recognizable. Dealers can get off their shelves easily. The Perth Mint Lunars, same case. So I think you want to pick the sweet spot. I believe that's the sweet spot. I don't run with the gold is gold, you know, give me anything, a gold, you know, nugget, and we move on from there. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below in the comments. So yeah, the Perth Kangaroos are also going for fantastic premium. These are low premium coins that I'm mentioning here. Everybody knows this. So if I was getting 1/10, those would definitely be my choices right there. Let me know your choices and what you've come across, especially if you're a gold is gold person. Let me know the cheapest gold you've come across in any size. So next, going for my 1/4 ounce, which would be my next pick if I was picking up gold right now, it's going to first off be the sovereigns. You know, technically not falling under the 1/4 ounce, but you won't find a dealer that doesn't put it into that category. Why? Because the premiums are handsome, a size in its own, highly recognizable. Done a recent video on that. You know, a sovereign would most definitely be the next choice I'd pick if it was going to be a 1/4 ounce. Premiums are falling in line of where we currently are. You know, it is what it is, but it'd definitely be my first choice if I was looking at the 1/4 ounce coins right now. Next would be the Queen's Beast 1/4 ounce, only in gold. I believe that was their entry point, but the premiums are very handsome, especially in gold. They're not too insane. Anyone you could find, even with the sovereigns also, anyone you can find at the cheapest price, especially at that size. It's not too hard to find them because they're out there, but 1/4 ounce would be easily the Queen's Beast. I've seen a few, but, you know, some obviously you're not finding the situation that you're finding with the, you know, lack of availability in the 1 ounce maybe. So whichever ones you can find at a very nice, reasonable price would be the first pick. And then with the 1/4 ounce, we're not seeing it the pullback so hard would be one of your governmented coins. So you're going to be looking at your, your gold maple, your gold Britannia, or your gold American Eagle. We are seeing a bit of a premium there once again, purely because I believe they're so popular. I'm flying straight off the shelves first. That the coins just mentioned is just as popular, and dealers would pay a normal premium for. If we was in normal times, these coins I believe would easily be selling for more than the governmented coins. But once again, because everything's flying off the shelf and people want something they could recognize and have trust in, the governmented bullion seems to be, carrying such a high premium right now. So in that exact order is what I'll be looking at in quarter ounce. Now looking at the 1 ounce, we don't seem to have the same problem. This is just from a glance of myself. Let me know what you're picking. And once again, I'm not excluding the half ounce. I'm not excluding the the 1/20th, the 1 gram. If these are your picks, please let me know the deals you're getting and why you're picking them, and let others know down below in the comments why you think it's a fantastic choice right now. All sizes I've mentioned, I think if you go cruising about window shopping on the websites, you're most definitely going to find deals. There's deals in every size out there, so let me know yours. These are just my picks. I've always said I sometimes hopscotch over the half ounce because I believe if you can afford that, you should go for the full 1 ounce. And here's the reason why, because what I'm seeing with the 1 ounce is that the government hasn't ran away with itself, i.e. you're getting the same premiums if you're picking a Luna coin, if you're picking a Queen's Beast coin. They're still available at the handsome, reasonable prices. So you can find your 1 ounce gold Canadian maple for the same price that you'll find Queen's Beast coins, for instance. But for the lower sizes, the government has ran away from the other coins that technically you could say were better or more fall into the collector range. So, when I get to the 1 ounce, I'm looking at your standard governmented bullion, whichever you are. I do prefer the Buffalo over the Gold Eagle because it's, more nines in there. I personally believe you're going to pick one of the two. I'd pick that. But for the 1 ounce, I'm going to be picking whatever I can find for the best premium. All fall under the same category here. So, Krugerrands, once again, if you want to pick those. Once we're looking at equal premiums across the board, I think I would pick those last purely because, once again, if you can get a 4.9 just for that little bit extra, that tad bit extra with a highly recognizable coin, go for it. For me, I'm looking at the Queen's Beast 1 ounce coins because, once again, I believe they would do better. Maybe clawing back some premiums or selling for a little bit more of a premium at a later date because of their popularity. But you'd be fine picking up any one of your governmented bullion coins because I think the premiums ain't too insane. Yes, premiums are high, but if you're buying now, you're buying now. It is what it is. But I'd definitely look at, in this order, governmented bullion coins, Queen's Beast coins, my own picks right here, and then maybe something like the Krugerrands or even the Perth Mint Luna coins, because I think, they're doing pretty decent right now. So these have been my picks for how I would be purchasing gold and silver right now. Let me know your picks down below. I don't purchase fractional silver, only if it comes in, junk, trash form. And that's that really. So let me know what you would pick if you was buying gold, silver right now. Let me know what you've seen when it comes to these sizes and best deals down below in the comments. So hate or love it, guys. If you haven't done so already, please do like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.